Self-doubt has stopped a lot of people in their tracks and destroyed tons of dreams, especially when people are trying to make a career change. Tons of people want a better quality of life, whether it's more money, time freedom, or better work-life balance. But things like fear of failure, perfectionism, and imposter syndrome hold them back. Well, here at Cut the Tech, we specialize in helping people break through this obstacle, push through, and successfully start new careers in the tech industry. I'm Coach Dre, and I went from zero experience in tech at all to landing my first tech sales job, working from home, making over $70,000 a year in only 84 days. And since then, I've been helping students do the exact same thing. In this series, I'm interviewing students who have successfully landed new roles in the tech field, sharing their ups, their downs, the challenges, the triumphs, the setbacks, and ultimately their victories. These students have successfully gone into the tech world and embodied the Cut the Tech motto, which is, don't play me, pay me. Welcome to Paid Not Played. Run the intro, please.
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the Tech.
What up? Welcome back, my Cut the Tech family. I am your host. I am your guide. I am your boy, Dre. My wife, my mother, and my grandmother, they call me Andre. But if you are not those three lovely ladies, then please don't call me Andre. Thank you for stopping by the channel. And since you are here checking out this video, please do all those preliminary things. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all this stuff that YouTube algorithms love for us to do or don't. We don't care. You're grown. Do what you want to do with your YouTube experience. Now, it's been said that your worst enemy can't hurt you more than your own unguarded thoughts can. But today, I've got a special guest who's a living example of overcoming limiting beliefs, getting out of your own way, and achieving success. Meet my man, David Wallace. Today, he's going to be talking about his incredible journey from going from struggling with self-sabotage to landing his coveted tech sales job. Now, we're going to look at the challenges he faced, the strategies he used to overcome them, and the lessons that he learned along the way. So if you're somebody who has ever struggled with self-doubt, this video is for you. So get real close, listen in, let's go get inspired and learn how you can go from self-sabotage to self-mastery. Let's get to it. Yo, what up? Welcome to another episode of Paid Not Played. This is a segment that we're doing here on Cut the Tech, where I bring on a student that I have personally worked with, watch them go from zero experience, whatsoever in tech sales, watch them go through CourseCareers and land the job, right? And so we bring it back here to share their triumphs, their setbacks, everything that they went through to get here. And so today, this is episode 2, and I've got my man David Wallace here. David, what's good, my G?
What's up? What's going on, Dre? Coach Dre, what's new, man?
Man, everything is good. Happy to have you here, man. I know this is I've been with you through the entire process, right?
Yes,
So
yes, sir.
To see you break through and now be living the life that you were looking forward to, man, is something that I'm encouraged by. And I wanted to offer my platform, man, so that you can have the chance to share that story with other people who are coming behind you, right? Because you were in that seat. You were in that seat not too long ago, watching some information from somebody, seeing them doing it, and just had this thing in the back of your mind, like, I hope this works.
Yeah.
Right. And so we just here to share our story, man. So I'll kind of start from there, man. Let you share what brought you to CourseCareers in the first place. Like, what was it that you were looking for, and how did you get here?
Yeah, man. So, man, basically, again, I want to thank you, man, for allowing me to come on and just kind of give a glimpse into what brought me here. Really, man, just wanting to do something different, man. You know, life has a way of lifing, as we say. And, and, you know, it's just kind of those things, man. I got to a point where I had been in the financial industry for over a decade, you know, customer facing, finance, banking, those things, man. It just kind of got to a point. It just felt so routine. And I always felt like, man, God, I know you got something else for me. I know you got something bigger for me. I just don't know what it is. And I was one of those people, man. And I still am to a degree. Like I like to do a lot of things. So for me, it was like, hey, you know, even growing up, hey, Dave, what do you want to be when you grow up? Man, I can't tell you right now because it's so much. It's so much I want to do, man. So for me, man, it's just a matter of, I just felt like I wasn't being fulfilled in the career I was in. It just felt so mundane. It felt like, you know, you're unconsciously working. Like you wake up, go, and you're like, wait a minute, how did I end up back home? It's one of those things where you're going through the motions literally. And for me, it's just I came home and I was just telling my wife, I'm like, hey man, I'm not happy. I've got to do something. And you look around, you see people doing different things, and they're being successful, and they're getting excited about going to work, getting excited about getting up and doing what they do every day, feel like they're making an impact. And I wanted that, man. So that's really what brought me into wanting to learn more about the tech space. And then what drove me into wanting to learn more about the tech space to wanting to learn more about CourseCareers, man. And here we are, man.
Awesome. So you were in the financial industry before. So for you, this wasn't you tell me, was this a situation of you wanting more money, or was it more so of just wanting different quality of life?
Man, I'm gonna say it is definitely a different quality of life for me. Okay. I felt just going through the industry that I was in, it had become unhealthy for me. And it became a situation to where when I first got into finance and I said, hey, I want to climb that ladder. I want to be, that manager, that corporate person. And I felt myself begin, my health started to slip. I felt like, I was working so much where my family started to suffer. And ultimately I started to suffer. So for me, I'll be honest with you, man, totally transparent, because we can be real on this podcast. For me, it's never really been about the money. Okay. And I know that's going to raise some red flags on your show. Pay me, don't play me. But at this point, it was about, man, I've seen God do so much more with less. So for me, it wasn't the money. It was, how do I get myself in line to where I feel good, I'm healthy. If I need a day off, I don't have to feel like I'm less of a man because I got to come ask you for a day off so I can go watch my kids in a play or take my son to the doctor. So for me, man, it was really just, I wanted a better quality of life.
That free is more of that freedom.
Yeah. The freedom, man. And then just not having to look over your shoulder every 5 minutes, not seeing who's coming, not necessarily saying, hey, the job is cool, but the people I work with, and then, not having to deal with different personalities, so to speak. It just began to feel like, again, the job wasn't fun anymore. I wasn't getting fulfilled. And into that, I felt like I had to be somebody that I wasn't. I felt like I had to, because I wanted to go up this ladder. I had to come into work early. I had to stay late. I had to come back into work early. And before you know it, you're working 8 hours a day, and you're not taking a lunch break, and you're going home, and you're missing meals and things of that nature. And unfortunately, when you don't, man, your health starts to slip, and we know that. I mean, we're over 40.
Yeah, for sure.
Safe space. We're over 40. So after a while, man, it became a health thing for me, man. Like, I got sick. I'll be real with you. I got sick, and it made me look at, not only how I'm living, whether that's, my diet and exercise, but also my work environment, man. So that I had to make a change.
Yeah. That's dope. I know that the motto of Cut the Tech is don't play me, pay me, but it's definitely about the money, but it's more so about the mind frame.
Absolutely.
The mindset. And for you were telling yourself, don't play me, pay me, but it wasn't financial. It was lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, dope. So fast forward. Well, I ain't gonna say fast forward. Picking up from there, right? Yeah. That's how you're feeling, right? That's what you're dealing with. You told your wife you want to do something different. You've already had tech in the back of your mind. How did you find out about CourseCareers, and what was that like?
Man, so my journey into stumbling upon CourseCareers actually goes back roughly about 1.5 years, almost 2 years ago. Okay. As we all do as men, we surf YouTube. And just going through YouTube, man, I'm looking at YouTube videos, and I start to see things about tech, and I start to see things about SDR, BDR, and account executive. And you mess around, you click on one video, the algorithm like, hey, hold up, we're gonna give you 10,000 more. Yep. So I fell into the 10,000 more videos, and before you know it, I'm starting to see like day in the life videos, and I'm starting to see just how people are looking, how they're feeling, how they're just saying, hey, man, I do this, but I really feel like I'm making an impact at the company I'm with, and they're actually taking care of me. I'm getting, stipends to go to the gym. I'm being allowed to go to my doctor's appointments throughout the day if I need to go to the doctor's appointment. So just the quality of life, the routine of life, it just seemed like something that I wanted to take hold of, man. And I stumbled upon CourseCareers. I did the introductory course. And like I said before, my journey is different because, man, I bought the course, went through the course, and I froze up, man. So for me, I began to take on what I'm used to, and that's even the thing that I'm, kind of even telling people throughout life right now, man. We have to be able to get something different. We got to do something different, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was at the point in my life, I'm 40. I'm like, man, I got to do something different. So, like I said, stumbled upon a course, man, and watched the intro video with Trent, and man, went through, and I was telling myself, hey, this is the time for me to really hone in, lock in, and actually try to complete something. But as all great movies, great novels go, there wouldn't be, it wouldn't be a Grammy Award winning pick without setback, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely ran across some setback in doing this, man, and went through it and got to the point where it was time to take the final, and I froze up.
Okay.
I began to go back to what was comfortable for me.
Okay, we're gonna dig into that.
Yeah,
we're gonna dig into that. So y'all heard him say here, CourseCareers is the course that we both took. I'm a coach over there. If you do have any interest in tech sales or anything in tech, it's a free introductory course. If you hit the link that's down below, it'll take you to the free introductory course and all that good stuff. So let's pick it up from there, man. So because we hear this a lot, a lot, right?
Yeah.
And so you got in CourseCareers. You're going to get what you want, and you get right there where it's time to take it. You froze, right? Now around that time, if I'm not mistaken, timeline wise, and you correct me if I'm mistaken, that's when you signed up for my cohort. Is that correct?
No, this was a year ago, bro. That's what I'm telling you. This thing gets crazy because this was a year ago, man.
Okay, talk to us about it.
No, yeah, man, because you know how you see people and they say, hey man, I did it in 3 weeks, or I did the course, I did this boot camp in like an hour, and now I'm in tech, or and you may see people, hey, I did this course in 30 days, and now I'm so in my mind, at that time, my 40-year-old mind, I'm like, hey, if they can do it, God made me too. I can do it.
Yeah,
so. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna run through this course. I'm gonna run through this course. I'm gonna get this paper, and then I'm gonna go get this better quality of life, which just so happens to come with more money, right? So
that helps. It helps quality of life.
It's a whole lot. Let's keep it real. It helps a whole lot.
Absolutely.
And bro, I get to it. I go through it, get to the end, and then, like I said in the beginning, man, life has a way of lifing. Life has a way, and the enemy has a way of allowing you to self-sabotage. So for me, I got to the end, and I said, in my mind, I'm like, okay, what if I don't pass? Or what if I get here and I get it and I can't find a job? Or what if I get here and I get it and it's not what I thought it was going to be? So at the same time, work was getting better. So the 9 to 5 was okay. By that time, I transferred into another position in the banking world. So I'm not necessarily customer facing. I'm behind the scenes now. So, I'm kind of working at my own pace, and things were on the surface getting better. So I'm saying to myself, hey, well, if it's getting better, then, man, do I really want to risk that for the unknown of tech? So I began to talk myself out of it, and I got to the end, man, and I talked myself out of taking the final. So we really could have been having this conversation a year ago.
Wow. Wow.
But the beauty of how God works is, man, I would have never had an opportunity to meet you.
Yeah.
We never had an opportunity to do what we're doing now, man. So I think everything works on God's time, and we'll get into that, because even now, going into your program, like this great movie called Life, there were some ups, and then I was also hit with some setbacks. Okay. So I froze up and didn't take it, man.
Okay, cool. Let's dig into that. You mentioned something, but it's something I always say. Like, people going through CourseCareers is a mind frame, right? The information itself, if we're being honest, is not that difficult.
No,
not at all.
No,
I've been coaching for over a year now, and I always see students who don't get it done, and it's because life started lifing, and their mental wasn't right. Right? Life is going to life to all of us. That's exactly what it's going to do. But the thing was, okay, how am I going to get over this next hump? And here's what I hear. I hear a lot of people say, I'm afraid of failure. You started to say this to yourself. Like, what happens if this doesn't go right? What I've learned, people are not afraid of failure. People are afraid of success. Because in order to get to that next level, you have to become a person who can handle what's coming with that next level. It's a whole lot harder to pivot in your mind frame than it is to pivot in your role. Right?
Oh, absolutely, bro. Right? Absolutely, man.
And so you kind of said that when you were like, well, I've got here. I want this better quality of life. Remember, this is what I'm here for, the better quality of life. I'm right here on the precipice of getting that. And all of a sudden I start self-sabotaging because I don't want to go there yet. Right? So now that you're there, that brings us to you signing up for the course or the cohort to get some help to go through the course.
Absolutely. So and if you don't mind, if you don't mind, I actually want to take it back just a little bit earlier than that. Can you hear me pretty good?
Man. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me pretty good?
Yeah, you good.
Okay, I'm good. Okay, cool. Let's go back, man, because like I said, I put it on the shelf. I put it on the shelf for a while, man. I went back through the mundanes of life, and then that's when I ran into you in your video. So I want to give a shout out to you. This is also a moment for you to get your flowers, man, because I ran into your videos and your story. Literally, I would say 75 to 80% of it resonated with me, and it was a mirror image of my story to an extent. We're just in two different cities. At the same time, I was 40. And it had got to a point where I was like, look, man, like something's got to give. Something has to turn. This movie can't be all bad stuff. Nobody's gonna watch it. That's gonna be the saddest, shortest movie ever, man. Nobody's gonna watch this. So it's got to turn. So I'm like, when is my movie gonna turn? And I just felt like when I saw your videos on YouTube, and I got caught up in your algorithm, I'm like, man, this brother preaching. And what everything you dealt with, everything that you were telling yourself was the same things I was telling myself. Because mind you now, granted, just because I didn't finish CourseCareers don't mean the algorithm stopped sending me videos.
No, you in there.
I'm getting tech videos.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it in my face. But the connection just wasn't being made. Here's another brother like myself, wife, kids, doing his best to support his family, to help keep his sanity and do the things that God's called him to do, but yet he's still struggling. And I connected with that, bro. So that brought me to sign up with your course.
Got you.
To sign up with you as a coach.
Got you.
I'm like, just like the year prior, if they can do it, I can do it. So I took it from they, and now I made it personal. If he can do it, I know I can do it. And we've got similar stories. I've got a wife. I've got children. I'm missing events. You know, I'm having those conversations in the car. So for me, that's what really brought me to say, hey, man, I need to give this. I deserve to give this another shot because he gave it a shot. And if Coach Dre can do it, David can do it.
That's so dope.
Because here's the thing, man. I've always, not necessarily saying I felt less, but I didn't finish college.
Me neither.
My wife has 2 degrees. So I feel like I'm playing. You're right. You know how it is, bro. We can laugh about it now. We feel like
no, we talking now. We talking, son.
We feel like we playing catch up as the brothers. We like, hey, man. They're like, you know, our voice may not be as loud because she got 2 degrees. Like, hey, yo. You know, can't yell like I want to because she got too. But you know, you get where I'm going, man. Like,
no, yeah, for sure.
You feel like, man, okay, I gotta accomplish something, man. And I know even throughout our cohort, I kind of told you guys my story to where all throughout life, I would start stuff, stop stuff. Man, I've been to 4 colleges. I've gone to real estate school. I've done real estate school twice, and I stopped college, stopped that. I'm like, dude, I can't afford to keep giving up because we don't know where the blessing is.
Facts.
It's one call away. It's one click away. It's one meeting away. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it was just like, if Dre can do it with what Dre dealing with, come on. Like that you gave me hope. So this is my time to give you your flowers. You gave me hope, man. So like, you know, just keeping it real, bro. Like when it felt like, hey, I can't, it's tough because I did it. I did the program. It wasn't even the fact that, hey, can I do it? I completed it. Completed everything, 100%. Waiting on the final. It took me a year and a half later, and somebody it took somebody having a similar story that resonated with me to say, hey man, you can do it because I can do it. We come from the same place. So that's what happened. So that's how we got to your course. That's how we got to Coach Dre.
That's dope. You bring up something that resonates with me. So I'm just listening to your story, and you had said you had got to the end of CourseCareers and didn't finish it. But you went on to say that not completing things was a habit that you had. It wasn't CourseCareers. It was everything you had done to this point. Bro. You would always get to this point. So that self-sabotage thing that you had was something that was a mental block. Right. And I think we've brought up faith a couple of times. I know the scripture says that they overcame by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Right. So by hearing my story, it gave you something to resonate with, to give you a little bit of more of that push. But also taking the course, like not the course, the cohort. Not only did you hear my story, you were able to lock arms with me, right, and have me help you walk through that in like a mentorship type of program. Right. And so with one of my mentors used to tell me, he said investing in a mentor or some type of education or something helps to reduce time frames. Right. So if the mentor has 30 years of experience and you're brand new, your investment in them is not in an hour of time. It's in 30 years of experience.
You're paying for the 30, baby. You're paying for the 30.
Yeah. And so now we're at the place where you've decided to purchase the cohort. Right. And now you join there, and there's a group of you guys. Like that cohort was dope. Like, it was live. The crazy thing was it was a lot of guys in the exact same space. All in that 40-year-old age range, black men, mostly. Some others were there. All of them feeling the exact same way. What was that camaraderie like in helping you get over that hump to where you were able to get to where you are now?
Man, it was a beautiful thing, man, because it was beautiful in the sense that people were on there being open and honest with their journey. And a lot of times, especially in this society now where everything is glamorized, everything is Instagram, YouTube. Look what I got, you know. Look at the Lambo and all this, and I got a 2-mile mountain of debt behind me that you don't see. Or look at this green screen you're looking on. So to see those people, those brothers on there, man, everybody in the class, and to see that, hey, man, my journey is similar, or their journey may be worse. It gave me hope, and it says that I'm humble enough to admit when I need help.
Yeah,
especially amongst our community. That's a big thing because
especially black men.
We're raised to get it how we live, and to get it out the mud, and to and it's a sign of weakness if you ask for help.
Facts.
So we had brothers on there that were bumping their heads for the last couple of years, and I looked at it because even when we had our breakout sessions, man, and when we would talk, and they say, "Hey, man, how long you been doing this?" I'm like, dude, I just come from a sales background. I come from a finance background. I said, man, you got it. And just to hear people push and say, hey, man, David, you got it. Or this is going to be easy for you, David. And I'm thinking to myself, man, that's encouraging because for a lot of time, and when you're in the midst of self-sabotage, that you're doing the opposite to yourself.
Facts.
You're telling yourself, man, this is above me. You're saying, I can't do this. You're saying, look, I'm going to get out here and look crazy. So to hear people, like-minded people, vulnerable people, men, women in our cohort, man, to really say, hey, you know, I'm here because I tried it by myself and I can't get it. Or I'm here because I know I can't do it by myself. Let me go ahead and admit it and get the help I need. And like you said, let's smush this 30 years down to 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 4 weeks. And you can't beat that, man. You cannot put a price on a good mentor, like you said, that's going to help streamline a process and going to give you what they got and not make you get it how you live.
Yeah, for sure. Sure. Dope, man. Dope. So he mentioned the cohort. You guys, if you are a CourseCareers student and you need help getting through this, I am a coach on there. Please hit the link below. Sign up for some coaching or some mentorship, whatever you need, man. We are here to help. And so let's get to the good stuff, man. So here we are. You've taken the cohort. 6 weeks into the cohort, you take the exam. You pass. You're an SDR now. Something you've been trying to do for a year and a half. You got it.
Let's go.
Right?
Let's go.
But it's like the Kobe Bryant interview. You're up 2 games in the finals. Are you happy?
Yeah.
What's to be happy about? Job not finished.
Job. And you ain't even pulled up to the parking lot for the job. It's you so far from even not finishing. Like, now it's time to get to it, bro. And even then, that's why I tell you, man. Like my journey, because this is gonna give somebody hope on this platform, man. Even going through the cohort, you remember what happened to me that I told everybody. So even going through the cohort, man, that's why I tell people you gotta surround yourself with good people, man. And that's with anything you're trying to do in life. Throughout the cohort, family, YouTube family, David got laid off. So for half of this cohort, David wasn't working. So when I say this, people are like, man, how did you do it? And I tell people all the time, it was God's grace. But we have to look at this thing for what it is. When you don't have options, God's gonna force you to push through. And I'm not here to preach. I know this ain't that type of channel. I ain't gonna pass no collection plate around, but I had no other options. It was around the middle of the program, like week 4. I got laid off from my good bank job.
Yep.
I got laid off. So even before I took the final, I'm dealing with that. I'm dealing with, okay, now I have to finish. It's not no, I don't have anything to lean back on like I did the previous year. I don't have a place to go if this don't work. I've got to finish now. Now it has to work. So now like you said, the faith by the testimony, by the blood of the testimony. Now I have to believe that it's gonna work because David ain't got no other options. This was it. This was it. So amongst me taking the final and finishing, David was jobless. And if I can give you a timeline, David was jobless from March 25th to about August 13th with a wife and 2 kids. And we in one of the most expensive parts of Georgia, in North of Atlanta. So even amongst getting to the final and passing the final by God's grace, I definitely felt like Kobe. To put it in perspective, because Kobe like, look, job not finished. David like, job not finished, because I need that work now. I done grinded it out. I done put it in his hands. He done got me this far. Now we got to keep going. Can't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop.
So from there, like, what was your job search like?
Dude, it was grind every day. So what you may not know, YouTube family, the process of job hunting is a job. Like you get up.
It's the SDR job. It is the SDR job.
Man, you making cadences. You finding your target audience. You finding your target group that you want to, whatever you want to work for. You're sending emails. You're reaching out. You're cold calling. You're wanting to leave an impression on people so that, hey, I want to return his email, or I want to return his phone call. Job after job after job. It is a job applying for. We need to put that on a t-shirt. It's a job applying for jobs.
It's a job applying for jobs.
It's a job applying for jobs. So please, YouTube family, do not get discouraged if you don't get the first one.
Facts.
If you don't get the second one,
facts.
You probably not gonna get the third one either. It's a job, man. It's a job finding a job.
It is
every day. But I tell you what, you cannot give up. You cannot give up. When I told you guys, when I passed my final, I didn't have anything to lean on. Unemployment is a joke.
That's
call it what it is. It's a joke. It's a joke. So you've got to get to a place to where you are vulnerable and you're saying, hey, I've got to lay it all out. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. LinkedIn all day. Indeed all day. Networking event all day. It's like a hunter, man. You go out, you can't come back home with nothing. Or they're not gonna eat. Then you can't come back with nothing. We can't afford to come back with nothing. We have to put in effort. And I'm a believer, true believer, that the effort you put in will produce fruit.
Yep.
But you cannot plant seeds today and eat tomorrow.
Facts.
You've gotta work it, man.
Yep.
You gotta work it.
So farming works.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, if it don't work with that, it ain't gonna work like that in your life. So don't let nobody else get on YouTube and tell y'all that that's how this thing works.
You want to know what I find fascinating about that?
What's that?
Let's go back to again what you said your habits were. You would always quit something. You get to right to where something is there and then you quit. You get there till you quit. It was almost like through this process, not only did God change your pivot you in your industry that you were in, he changed things inside of you as a person.
Absolutely.
So by losing your job in the middle of the cohort, you got a mental place to go to. All right, cool. Where do I go? Do I go back to where I usually quit things, or do I go to a place to where I'm going to do something I've never really done, which is put on my big boy pants and go start finishing some stuff?
That's it, man.
Right.
That's it.
And so you went through, you finished the course, but now the next test is, okay, it's going to be a little bit longer process. Last week we had Milton and Nancy on here. Milton was like,
great interview, man.
Yeah, Milton applied for 3 companies total, got his job. His wife, on the other hand, was like us. multiple places.
Yeah, he's an anomaly. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's an anomaly,
he's not the norm. But also, like you said, seeds planted. You got to realize his life before the person he had become up until this point, before Course Careers, allowed him to be in a position where he could do more of that.
There you go.
Right, you and the person that you were before Course Careers, your patterns and your habits were, I get to where it's almost right there and I stop. I got to become a different version of me to be able to handle what's coming. Right.
And that's a fact. Let me tell you, man, I was going to say, because it's so crazy, just because you'll begin to see when we become totally self-aware of who we are, our quirks, what we do that's good, what we do that's not good. I think you've reached another level of maturity.
Facts. When
you can begin to see yourself and say, okay, whenever A happens, then B happens. So if I can catch A and recognize A, then I can circumvent B. I can prevent B from happening. If I'm aware that when A happens, I do B. So for me, it was a fact of, even when I was applying for jobs, it ain't coming. It ain't coming like I want. It ain't coming like I wanted. So I even sat down, man, this is a real conversation. Do I even want to deal with tech sales? Because I'm applying and nobody's responding. So I'll be totally transparent with you, bro. I started back applying for bank jobs. I started to do B. I started to apply for bank jobs.
You did it again.
But I'm gonna tell you, man, this is why, and I'm gonna shout my wife out. This is why you got to have somebody in your corner, man. This is why you got to have folks in your corner. Number one, I apply for bank jobs again. Nobody will call me. God is like, I'm closing that door for a reason, son. Nobody would. 12 years of banking and financial experience, I can't get a phone to ring. But then my wife comes and she said, David, stop. We're okay. I don't want you going back to that bank because I don't like the person you were when you were there. Bro, that's all it took, man. That's all it took, bro. That's all it took, man.
That's so fire.
That's all it took to fire. I said, you know what? Because again, up early, working late, health issues, not happy, neglected family, not available on the weekends. I don't like who you were when you worked there, and you didn't either. Don't go back. So what that forced me to do, and I tell people all the time, I will call this last chapter, God got me this job, because there were jobs that I would have just have taken if it was me. When she said that, I said, you know what, you're right. I said, if we're gonna trust him, let's do it all the way. So the ideal job career will come about. We just gotta wait. You gotta put in the work. You gotta plant the seed, water it, and actually let it grow. Yeah, man. She said, don't touch. But I started to go back and do B. I started to revert back. It's like the children of Israel, man. They got in that wilderness. This too much.
I'd rather go back to slavery than this. Like, no, you don't. No, you wouldn't. You are lying to yourself.
Do you not like the kind of person you were when you were in Egypt?
Right.
Foolish, bro.
Right.
So when she was like, yeah, don't. She said, I don't like who you were. I had to catch myself. Because I'm like, it would have been easy for me to go back into my former occupation.
Yeah.
But even God said, nope. I'm gonna make it to where you got to keep going forward. You got to keep applying. You got to keep pushing, because I'm gonna start closing. And you like, hold on, man. I worked here 10 years. I can't get a call back.
No,
I can't get a.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. I can't get a phone to ring.
Yeah,
Brad, like he don't know me now.
Yeah,
I'm hitting on LinkedIn. What's up, Brad? What y'all got over there for me? Left me on red.
Dubbed you.
Come on, stuck me. I ain't zero. No, look, no love.
Absolutely.
But I had to realize and recognize, right, that I need to let God be God and do what he was going to do for me, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I just had to keep working. So, bro, I'm applying. And we're still living life. Life is going on. I tell you, when you walk in your purpose, your life will continue to move and you won't skip a beat.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gained weight while I was unemployed. Yeah. If you watch this video, you'll get that on the way home. I didn't. David ain't miss no meals. We didn't have to resort to eating stuff out the can unless we wanted to. What I'm saying is, God kept us because I was doing the right thing. We were doing the right thing. I wasn't fighting against him. So I'm applying, and I'm gonna get to the good stuff. I promise y'all, the movie's gonna get real good here in a minute. And I'm applying, bro. And we actually went, and I'm gonna be real. And you can probably get comments on this in the chat or the comment section. We went on a cruise, bro. Like we didn't stop life.
That boy got laid off and start kicking.
I got laid off and we lived better on an income. Bro, ain't God amazing, bro? This has turned into a whole testimony service.
That's funny.
So we on a cruise, man, and I get like an invite, calendar invite. And it's from my now employer. And they said, hey, just trying to see if you're available. One of these days we can talk. I'm like, bro, this spam.
Wow.
All right, Doc. This spam. It don't even look good. Like it just, the font all crazy looking. So I'm like, okay, this is wild. Cool, okay. So I pick a day when we got back. Boom. The guy calls. Hey man, we got an associate account executive position. And man, we think you, matter of fact, he was like, hey man, just looking at your resume, I think you may be overqualified for it. I don't even really feel comfortable talking to you about it because of your experience. I said, ho, in my mind, I'm like March 25th. March 25th. Right? I ain't seen a chick yet. I said, well, hold on. Let's talk about this. And I said, at that point, I became super vulnerable. I said, look, man, I really want to learn more about the position because if I'm going to come in and make an impact, I don't mind starting at the bottom.
Humility.
And working my way up.
Humility.
Bro, when I tell you 4 interviews later, 4, he kept apologizing every time he called me. He was like, man, I'm so sorry, but I need you to meet with this person. I need you to meet with that person. I need you to meet with this person. I said, well, man, look, you just didn't look. I don't have a job, so I got all the time in the world. I got time to talk. So, man, it was by God's grace, man. And then I landed a position, man, with one of the top waste and environmental companies in the country, man.
Wow.
As an associate account exec, man.
That's so dope, man. God is good,
bro.
He's faithful,
bro.
So you know what the people knows. They want to know like what was the entry level? What was the money like? What was the all that good stuff? Talk to us.
Yeah, man. So the money's good, man. So it's $55K base.
Okay.
With $75K OTE.
Okay. All right.
Out the door, man. Salary. So unlimited PTO. Man, my manager said, as long as you got Wi-Fi, you can work. He said, I don't care if you're in Cabo. So that did it for me. That did it for me, bro. That did it for me.
See, the thing about it, the thing I wanted to bring that, I'm glad you brought that up because at the beginning of this, you said that your main thing was not the money. Your thing was the quality of life. And so with your compensation plan, your benefits plan, it gave you really good money. But that quality of life part that you were talking about is the part that
I live life, man. And then on top of that, man, I've got a manager, man, who's also a believer, man. So just talking to him, you know, I'm like, you know how, and I'm leaning this way because I'm talking to my real folk. You know how when you ain't used to nothing, You know where we from. We ain't used to nothing. Come on, baby. I'm from Memphis. Don't play. We ain't used to nothing. So I told my man, I said, look, man, I'm not feeling good today. I said, but I'm gonna try to come in. Now, remember, coming in is going from my bedroom around my den up the hallway and going to this this office, right? That's coming in. Man, this man told me, he said, look, man, he said, if you don't feel good, man, just take the day, bro. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I said, you sure? He said, dude, if you're not feeling good, take today. We'll see you tomorrow. So I get up and he said, man, how you feeling? I said, dude, I think I'm about to go to the doctor. Handle your business. We'll see you when you get back. And I said, say what? Because, I ain't used to nothing. I'm used to having to check and make sure I got PTO and make sure I got all this stuff lined up. And I gotta get my sick voice ready. I gotta get my sick voice ready to call in. And man, when he said, David, if you're not feeling good, bro, just take the day. We'll be okay. We'll push the meeting back to tomorrow. It can wait.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you can't ask me to do.
It's different. It's different, dog. It's different.
If you thinking about it, come on. Don't think too long.
It's different, man.
Think long, you're gonna think wrong.
Yeah, it's different. Man, I'm so like hearing your story. Now, mind you, I haven't talked to you about I purposely did not have this conversation with you before, so this could be genuine as we talk.
Absolutely. No, yeah.
But hearing everything that happened, it's so amazing to just see the journey. Because I remembered meeting you. I remember the day meeting you. I remember when you came to the group, was like, man, I just lost my job in the middle of me going through this course. I lost my job when going through it was a similar situation. You know what I mean? So
come on, man.
Bro, that's super encouraging, man. For everybody that's out there that resonated with David's story, like leave a comment down in the comment section. Again, if you're somebody that's thinking about CourseCareers, the link is down below. There's a free introductory course that you can take to see if tech sales is even for you. If it is and you decide to purchase it, that link will save you $50. Also, if you need some help with some coaching, like David did, man, we are here. Right? I'm not the only coach on CourseCareers, but you are on my YouTube channel, so I'm going to promote my coaching.
It's only right.
It's only right. It's only right. So, David, tell the people like where they can find you and follow you on whatever social medias you got, whichever one.
Man. So actually, man, I'm on actually on YouTube. So my son and I, we actually collect sports cards. Okay. So we trade pieces of cardboard, man, for money, man. So we have a channel called Memphis State Collects. MEMPHUS_collects COLLECTZ. So Memphis State Collects. Also, I'm on Instagram, Picasso1914 on Instagram. Just my personal IG. Also, Memphis State Collects on IG as well, man. So just look out, man. We got some things coming, and anytime I can link up with Coach Dre, man, I'm sure this won't be our last time talking, man. So
absolutely not.
Yeah, we'll. If I need to get on, if he need to. Look, y'all put in the chat if you want me to be his co-host. There you go. Put that in there.
For sure. For sure. I know we got some stuff we can talk about.
Yeah, put that in the chat. We got similar stories for a reason. Put that in the chat, man.
We can go story for days,
bro. Come on.
Now, the dope thing is I got somebody that's down in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Right outside of Atlanta, but I come to Atlanta, it's you got to show me around town. You getting tech money now, so I know you got it. You know what I'm saying?
All the sparkling grape juice on me, man. All the Welch's on me, baby. We're gonna pop bottles. It's holiday season too.
That's what's up. Well, man, we gonna get out of here, man. I thank y'all for jumping on. Like I said, go follow David at all these different places. And David, you already know what it is. This is CTT. We CTT family. You know the motto. So it's only right that when we get out of here, you got to tell the people the motto one time, right? You know what it is. Don't play me. Pay me.
Stop playing with them. Y'all know the motto. Don't play me. Don't play me. Pay me. Don't play. Y'all done played around long enough, okay? We didn't play with these raggedy jobs. We didn't play being unhappy. We didn't play being unhealthy. You done played, having to look over your shoulder when you trying to take 8 hours of PTO, you only got 4. You stop. You've been playing yourself. Now it's time for you to don't play me, pay me. Pay yourself with a new career. Pay yourself with a coach. Pay yourself with a program that's gonna get you from A to Z in less time than you could say the entire alphabet. Listen to me. Listen to me. This brother right here is gonna get you right. I promise you. And the small investment you're gonna make, it's a drop in the bucket, bro.
Man.
It's a drop in the bucket. Don't play me. But more importantly, don't play you. For real. Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech.
You heard?
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech.
Once again, thank you for stopping by the Cut the Tech channel. Again, on your way out, please hit that like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff for us. Now, if you want to hear more success stories on people who have broken into the tech industry, I've got a whole playlist over here, including this video with my own personal story right here. So click on that, check it out, enjoy. And remember, until next time, don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech. You heard?